of our Torah.
Good afternoon, everybody, and Chodesh Tov to you all. I assume you can all hear me, so without further ado, I will get on with it. We're currently in the middle of the 3 weeks, and the 3 weeks is a period of mourning as we lament all the ultimate destruction of the temples, as well as numerous other tragedies that have devastated Jewish communities over the centuries. When a person is in mourning, one of the most commonly heard phrases of consolation is that they should be strong. So how appropriate it is that this Shabbat, we conclude the Torah reading of the book of Bamidbar, and at its conclusion, as with the conclusion of all the other books of the Torah, we recite the words, Chazak, Chazak, v'nit chazek. Be strong, and we will be strong. But it occurred to me, where does this phrase come from, and why do we actually say Chazak, Chazak, v'nit chazek? Well, the custom in Ashkenazi communities is that at the end of each of the 5 books, the congregation stands up and they proclaim these 3 words, Chazak, Chazak, v'nit chazek, and then the Baal Koreh repeats the phrase. But in most Sephardi congregations, the custom is actually to say Chazak u'Baruch, be strong and be blessed, at the conclusion of each and every Aliyah throughout the year. In the beginning of the book of Joshua, God encourages Joshua by telling him, but you must be very strong and resolute, Chazak ve'ematz, to observe faithfully all the teachings that my servant Moshe instructed you. Let not this book of Torah cease from your lips, but recite it day and night so that you may observe faithfully all that's written in it. Now, since the verse uses the term, this book of Torah, the Midrash understands this, that Joshua was actually holding a Sefer Torah, and when he completed it, God told him, Chazak. And this is why the custom developed to say Chazak to one who finished reading the Torah. Thus, the Sephardi communities say Chazak every time one finishes reading any part of the Torah. And the custom further developed to where congregants say to a person who was called to the Torah, or to anyone who led the congregation in prayer, Chazak u'Baruch, be strong and be blessed. But as I just said, the custom in Ashkenazi communities is to say Chazak only when we finish reading an entire book of the Torah. Now, additionally, the Ashkenazi custom is to actually add the words Chazak v'nit chazek, which is an expression that comes from the book of Samuel, rather than Chazak ve'ematz, which is from the book of Joshua. So what does strength have to do with the Torah? The Talmud tells us that one of the things that is in constant need of bolstering, of improving, and constantly needed to be revised is Torah study. And thus we say Chazak, to strengthen our resolve in Torah study, to strengthen our spiritual levels of Torah. It's crucial to review the Torah that we've learned so that we don't forget what we've learned. And this is why when we in fact finish the book of the Torah, we say Chazak. In other words, let's have the strength to review what we've learned. Likewise, when a person does a mitzvah, we say Yasher Koach, more power to you, meaning just as you did this mitzvah, may it be God's will that you can do many more mitzvot. So our custom is to say Chazak, Chazak, v'nit chazek. Be strong, and we will be strong. The word Chazak alone, literally strong, can refer to the past, while v'nit chazek refers to the future. Thus, we're expressing our wish that this strength will be carried with us into the future. The Lubavitcher Rebbe notes that although in the book of Joshua, it says Chazak ve'ematz, be strong and resolute, 2 expressions of strength, the common custom now is to say Chazak, Chazak v'nit chazek, which has 3 expressions of strength. So why have we got 3? Because in Jewish law, doing something 3 times is considered a chazakah. It's an established pattern with legal strength. We then have a binding duty to be strong in Torah beliefs. in Torah knowledge and in Torah practices. So then the question is, who should actually say chazak, chazak, v'nit chazek? In some communities, the custom is that the one person who is called up for the final aliyah of the book does not say this proclamation. And one of the reasons that's given is it doesn't make sense that he's blessing himself with strength. However, the common custom is to say chazak, chazak, v'nit chazek, and the v'nit chazek actually means, and we will be strong. So it's actually written in the plural. And this implies that the entire congregation is included in the proclamation rather than just the oled, the person that's been called up to the final portion. And so today, our common custom is that when a person is called up, we all say chazak, chazak, v'nit chazek. In the past, the Kenton community has been strong. With programs such as this Kabbalat Shabbat, other services, the learning events, the community today is strong. And our hope and prayer is that this community will continue to be strong for many years to come. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Wow. Thank you very much, Frank, for that one. And may you be strong. May you go from strength to strength, please God. And interesting, you used the word chazakah. Chazakah for 3 times, but it also means strength. So obviously the idea of doing it 3 times gives it that strength. Thank you very, very much. That was a beautiful, beautiful Devar Torah and lovely. Thank you very much for sharing that with us. And now I'd like to call upon David Harris to say not to say a few words, to begin Kabbalah Shabbat from Yedid Nefesh, please. Thank you. Are you there, David? Come in, David. Are you home or are you in Bournemouth?
No. We're in Canton.
Oh, lovely to see you.
So
I'll see you over Shabbos.
Right, so ready when you are. Also, just say Chazak Baruch to Frank for a very, very interesting Devar Torah. Thank you very much. And then never mind, it's downhill all the way, I think.
No,
So,
no.
Let's get going. Yedid Nefesh Havarachamam Meshoch Avdecha El Retzonecha Yarutz Avdecha Kamo Ayam Yeshtachave Al Mulchadarecha Yeravlo Yedidadecha Mino Fetzuf V'chol Tam Hadurna Ziv Halam Nafshi Cholat Avatecha Ana Elna Rafana La Beharod La Noam Zivacha Az Tichazek V'titrape V'hayitala Shirim Chatolam V'tikyana Rachamecha V'chusana Al Beinahu V'cha Ki Zakama Nichsafti Lira B'tiferet Uzacha Eila Chamda Libi V'chusana V'yaltitalam Igalena Ufros Chavivi Alai Et Sukat Shalomecha Ta'eret Mikvodecha Nagila V'nismecha Bach Ma'erev Kiva Moed v'choneinu kimei olam. Yeah, nine 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 nine, nine 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 nine, yeah, nine 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 nine, yeah, nine nine nine, yeah, nine 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 nine nine, yeah, nine 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 nine, yeah, nine 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 nine, yeah, nine nine nine. Nine, 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 yeah, nine, 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 yeah, nine, 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 bum, 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 yeah, nine, 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 yeah, nine, 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 yeah, nine, 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 yeah, nine, 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 yeah, nine, 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 yeah, nine, 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 nine. Nine nine nine, Tishrem nine nine nine, yeah nine 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 nine nine. Lechu Ranan Alad Adonai Naria Letzur Yishaynu Nekadma Pana Batoda Bizmirat Naria Lam. Arba'im Shana Akupador V'amam Toeh Elei Vavheim V'haim Lo Yadu Derachai Hashem Nishbati B'yapi En Yivon Al Menuchati Shiru Ladonai Shir Chadash Shiru Ladonai Kol Haaretz Shiru Ladonai Baruch Hushemno Pashu Miyom Leyom Yeshuato Sapru Vagoyim Kavodo V'chol Ha'amim Nifleotav Ki Gadol Adonai Umhulal Meod Norahu Al Kol Elohim Mainai Ki Kol Elohim Amim Elilim Vadonai Shamayim Asa Hod Vehadar Le'afamnav Hod V'tiferet V'mikdashav Havol Adonai Mishpechot Amim Havol Adonai Kavod Va'oz Havol Adonai Kavod Shemo Sayu Mincha Uvo Lechatzrotav 99 Ishtachavu Ladonai Behadrat Kodesh Kilu Mipamnav Kol Haaretz Imru Bagoyim Adonai Malach Achtivom Ben Tevel Baal Timot Yad Dinamim B'Meisharim Yisma Shamayim V'Tagel Haaretz Yiram Hayam Umelo Yalo Sadai V'chol Asher Bo Nai Az Yeranenu Kolat Seyar Lifnei Adonai Kiva Lishbot Haaretz Yishbot Tevel B'Tzedek V'ayamim B'Emunato Yan nine 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 bam 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 bye I nine 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 I nine 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 yeah nine 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 I don't know what there was showing up Shal Chasidav Miyad Rishai Miyad Tzileim Zarel Tzadik Ulishreilei Simcha Simchu Tzadikim Badunai Vehodu Lezeche Kodsho Mizrashur Adonai Shir Chadash Adonai Malach Yirgazu Amim Yashek Ruvin. Krimadayam Munanan Yedaber Aleem Shamuidotav B'chok Natan Lamo Adonai Eloheinu Atanitam Em no Sayayita Lahem V'no Kemal Alilotam Ramamu Adonai Eloheinu V'ishtachavu Lihar Kodsho Kikadosh Adonai Eloheinu Yismor David Avul Adonai B'nei Elim Avul Adonai Kavod Va'oz Avul Adonai Kavod Shema Yishtachavu Adonai Behadrat Kodesh Kol Adonai Al Hamayim El HaKavod Kirim Adonai Amayim Rabim Kol Adonai Ba'akovach Kol Adonai Be'ada Kol Adonai Shover Arazim Vaishaber Adonai Et Arzei Al Levanon Vayarkidem Kamo Egel Levanon V'Siriam Kamo Vemreimim Kol Adonai Chavseif Lahavot Eish Kol Adonai Achil Midbar Kol Adonai Achil Cholel Ayalot Sof Yarod V'Cholel Kol HaMerkavot Adonai Lamahabu Yashav Vayeshev Adonai Melech Leolam Adonai Oz Le'amo Yitei Adonai Yavarech Et Amo V'Shalom L'chadodi V'Krakala B'nei Shabbat Nekabala L'chadodi L'krat Shabbat Nei Shabbat Mekabela Shamar V'Zachar B'dibur Echad Ishmiyamnu Elam Meyuchad Adonai Echad Ushma Echad L'Shem U'Tiferet V'Litila L'chadodi L'krakala B'nei Shabbat Mekabela L'krat Shabbat L'chu V'nei L'chagi Makor Habarach Amirosh Mikatem Nasucha Sok Masei Machshava D'chila L'chadodi L'krakala P'nei Shabbat Nekabela Mikdash Melech Ir Meluchak U'Mitzai Mitoka Hafecha Rav L'Shevet V'Yehimek Abacha V'Hu Yachamo Allah Yichem La L'chadodi L'krakala P'nei Shabbat Nekabela It Nari Me'afaku Milivshi B'Tei Tifartecha Mi'al Yad Ben Yishai Beit Allah Mikorova Bashi Ke'Allah L'chadodi L'krakala P'nei Shabbat Nekabela Hit Orari Kiva Orech Kumi Ori Shir Dabei Kavod Adonai Allah Yichnidla L'chadodi L'krakala P'nei Shabbat Nekabela Lo Tevashi V'lo Tikolemi Ma Tishtachachi U'Matemi Ach Yechesu Ani Eyam V'nivnet ha'ir Alatila. Yananai, nananai, nine, nananai, nine, nananai, nine, nananai, lachada dili krakala. Yananai, nananai, nine, nananai, nine, nananai, nananai, b'nei Shabbat nekabla. Yananai, lahayulim shisa, shasayich, v'rachatu. Kol mevalayich, Yananai, Yasis alayich, Elohayich, Kimsas chatam, Al-kala, Yananai, Yananai, nine, Yananai, Yananai, nine, Yananai, L'chadar dilik rakala. Yananai, nananai, nine, nananai, nine, nananai, nine, nananai, b'nei Shabbat nekabla. Yamin usmo tifroti, ve'et Adonai tariti, al yadish ben parti. Vanismacha vanagila. Yananai, nananai, nine, nananai, nine, nananai, nine, nananai, l'chada dilik rakala. Yananai, yananai, nine, nananai, nine, nananai, nine, nananai, b'nei Shabbat nekabla. Yananai, Ba'iva shalom, hateret v'ala, gam b'simcha u'v'tzala. Yananai, toch emunei, am segula, ba'ichala, ba'ichala. Yananai, nananai, 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 l'chadar dilik rakala. Yananai, nananai, yam bam 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 badadai, yananai, b'nei Shabbat nekabla.
Wow, Shkoyach, David, thank you so much. Thank you so much. That was really lovely. And we're going to finish now with Yigdal. Let me come out of the stop share. There we are. And we're going to continue now with Yigdal on page 12.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yigdal Elohim chai v'yishtabach, nimsa v'yeinei tom tzuyotav, echad v'yein yachid k'yichudav, nelam v'gam ein sof li'achduto, ein lo demut haguf v'yeino guf, lo na'aroch elav kedushato, kadmon l'chol davar asher nivra, rishon v'yein reshit l'reshito, l'reshito, v'hachalifael v'lo yarmitato, li'olamim l'zulato, sofer v'yodea sedareinu mabit l'sof davar b'katmato, gomel yish chesed v'mihifalo, noten rasha ra kerishato, yishlach l'ket shamim meshichenu, liftot mechakei keit yeshuato, meidim yerayel v'rov chazdo, baruch deyat shem tehilato, meidim yerayel v'rov chazdo, baruch deyat shem tehilato.
Very good.
Baruch
Shabbat. Thank you,
Well,
Dave.
Thank you, David.
Shabbat
Thank you,
shalom.
David.
Thank you, Vivian.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Shabbat shalom, everyone.
Shabbat
Shabbat
shalom.
shalom,
Thank you, Fran.
everybody.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom, everyone.
Shabbat shalom, Rabbi.